specifically told him to roll it this way. I don't know if you can see it, look. And so that is absolutely perfect. Ooh yeah, you know everything I do seems to turn to at the minute. If you have an accident on the road, have full-blown backup to say, look, you've got a leg to stand on. Maybe that's my spiritual animal, pigeon, a dopey one. Good evening, Fenlanders. How y'all getting on? Right, while I'm going to fill the sprayer up, which takes forever and a day, I might as well make myself useful and let the dogs out. Grumpy Grandad's not feeling very well. He feels a bit under the weather, so me and you lot, into the night we go again. It's now 6:30, so another couple of hours and the damp will be coming in, but by the time I've been over one of my furthest away fields and back again to fill up, then the damp should be coming in. So the couple of fields I've got to go and spray first. Probably wait a month before they have their fertiliser, but I'm just trying to really push them on. Plenty of fertiliser in the soil for them, but once they get up and away, they'll be much better off. So that's my plan anyway, is to just get everything done with the fertiliser, and then I ain't got to worry then. So waiting for my sat nav to fire up, let the sprayer warm up for a minute. Lily! Find my dog. I got one dog who's going to be an epic house dog, and one dog that's like just proper scatties and knobhead. He just won't sit still, but then that's spaniels all over really, isn't it? So, right, hopefully I should have got my measurements right. 12 hectares, 270 litres a hectare, 3,280 odd litres I need. So I'm not going to fill right up, I'm just going to go get that field done and then get back. I'll get filled up. Cheers guys. Bye. All filled up now, ready to rock and roll. I'm going to go and get my 2 furthest away fields done, and then come back and see what the damp situation is like. Hopefully the damp starts coming in and I can get on. I haven't seen any scorch yet, but it'll be a couple of days before you do see any scorch, so fingers crossed. Yeah, remember folks, we have got discount codes for Smart Farmer app, which we love using, and I've got discount codes for UTV Lighting as well. So when you spend 300 quid or more, you get a 5% discount, which is something, isn't it? So don't forget to use our discount code. I'm trying to help you lot, all help me out, so I'm trying to help you lot out. So thanks for watching, get subscribing, see if we can get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of June. It's only 350, not even that, 340 away. Get ourselves to 3,000 subscribers. It'll be great. Alright, I know. Okay. Good start to the day, isn't it? Engine derated. It's not. It's just a sensor somewhere gone down. So, oh well. I just my tyres looked a little bit slack, so I just put some air in them. Yeah. And me and Cameron saying about how comfortable these things are. And somebody commented on our YouTube the other night saying it looks comfortable. And as you can see, I'm bouncing along the road. I'm only doing 30k, but I got a whole nearly 5 ton of fertiliser on my back, so I don't tend to push this sprayer too hard when I'm full up like that. Yeah, proper comfortable. You're sat in the right position in the sprayer, so you just rather than getting a nod, you just kind of wallow backwards and forwards a little bit, which is perfectly fine with me. I like a wallow, like an albino rhino. Right, let's get to the field. Hello Fenland. Right, it was such a beautiful sunset a minute ago, I thought I would get out and just show you lot, but I mean it's now 7:30 at night, so I should be pretty good. Now I'm going across my wheelings here. You can see it was drilled that way, and Grumpy Grandad rolled it that way, and I specifically told him to roll it this way. He had sat nav and everything, so bit annoying. I've got to go across his tram lines and my tram lines, so let me just I don't know if you can see it, look, there's one. See that? That is SCORCH. And if you look across the wheat, you can see a little haze of SCORCH where I put the fertiliser on the other day. That's all that is. You can see just the odd tip here and there that's all just got a brown tinge on it. I know I can see it because I'm looking for it, but you might not be able to see it, but And sprayer does look well. I would like to upgrade that at some point, but she's working the tree at the minute, apart from it just keeps telling me it's got an engine problem, but it hasn't. Been telling me that for 3 years now, so just had to put up with it. I just came out really to have a look at the sunset, but it's gone all cloudy on me. You can feel where it keeps raining. I've just come out here to feel my fingers are wet and damp now, so it's not even 8 o'clock yet and we've already got the damp coming in, so that is absolutely perfect. Perfect. Yeah, I've just been on the phone to Mark from Smart Farmer. Now I'm up and running with Smart Farmer. I just keep trying to add more and more equipment onto my Smart Farmer app. It wouldn't let me do it for some reason the other day, so I just spoke to Mark. If anyone wants to use the Smart Farmer app, we have a discount code on there as well. Come on, Spray, sort your out. And where I'm bouncing across the tram lines and stuff, it is just flicking the booms a little bit. Ooh yeah, flicking the booms a little bit, and then that's just causing the droplets to atomize a little bit, and that's what's causing the tinge on this field. Most of my tram lines are all flat, you know, there's no rough bits on them or anything, so yeah, that little wobble's just causing just a little bit of scorch on the tip of the leaf. So if I do that on my flag leaf, you know, I am probably going to kick my butt. But yeah, going back to Smart Farmer app, we have a discount code for Smart Farmer app. Yeah, now I've got it all on my phone and up and running and stuff. I just keep trying to add new machines and stuff on there, and for some reason or other I couldn't get it on there. So Mark's going to have a look at that and see what I've done wrong, and we'll go from there. It's just handy if I can take a picture with my phone, put it on the Smart Farmer app, enter all the details while I'm sat with the machine rather than on the desktop at home. It's awesome. I can get all of my machinery, all of my trailers, tractors, mowers, rotovators, power harrows, ploughs, telehandlers, everything on there, and know when it was all serviced, know how much fuel it's been using, know when I've got a breakdown, like my JCB the other day kept popping that nipple out. I want to put that on there, so I just couldn't do it for some reason, I don't know why. So he's going to look into that and get back to me and let me know. But he's got a meeting with the NFU soon, so hopefully he's going to not become a compulsory thing, but I mean it makes perfect sense to have all your machines all set on one app, and if I get out of this after a 12-hour shift and somebody else gets into it, they can then start their day, they can check the machine over, they can say, well, you checked it over and it was full of oil when you left it or when you started this morning, and now it's used some oil. We better investigate, or whatever, you know, or you've had to tighten a wheel nut up, or you've had a pipe burst, or you know, something, anything as simple as that. It just keeps your health and safety record good, doesn't it? And if you have an accident on the road and you check your trailer and tractor over that morning, wheel nuts, tyre pressures, lights, mirrors, everything, and you have an accident on the road and you then have full-blown backup to say, look, my tractor and trailer or whatever, telehandler and something else has a clean bill of health this morning. I checked the whole thing out and it was all good, wheel nuts tight and everything, lights all working, so you've got a leg to stand on. You've got that leg to stand on over somebody saying, hey, your indicator wasn't working or whatever, but you know full well it was. So up there for thinking, down there for dancing. Oh yeah. Phone's going nuts now. Poor old Mrs. Farmer. Got a bit of a headache. She had a headache for 2 or 3 days. Lots of fluids, guys, lots of fluid. I always drink one of these every morning when I wake up. And then I drink about 4 every day during the day. Mrs. Farmer was going to bed last night just as I was starting work. Does anybody else have that? You know, like the missus brings your tea out to you or whatever and then goes to sleep and you go off into the night. I suppose people do shift work and things, but I'm not used to doing shift work. I'm normally asleep when she's asleep, so very odd. It's like, please stay with me while I'm farming into the night at 1 o'clock in the morning, but she'd be useless if she woke up at 5 or 6 after having 2 or 3 hours sleep. So it's not fair on her, is it? But I tried to keep her with me as long as possible, but keep messaging her, being an irritating little arsehole. I think all this lack of sleep and overtime has made me a bit doolally. My friend's gone to check out the moose as well. I told him there was a moose on the field, and he's going to check it out now. So I'm just waiting. I'll wait a couple of days for him, and he'll be like, "Yeah, definitely a moose, mate. Definitely a moose." Not that I was going insane or anything. So hopefully the moose loose about the fen. Yeah, by the time I get back and filled up, it'll be absolutely bang on for me to go crack on and get the other fields done where the flag leaf is just poked out. I can't wait for harvest now. A couple more doses, T2, Cookie's on about doing the T2 fungicide on the week, this weekend sometime, so I'm going to get my spud sprayed tomorrow, and then I'm going to wash out, and I'm going to get my beet sprayed tomorrow, and then I'm going to wash out, so the sprayer is all good and ready for fungicide next week. I'm not going to do it this week, I'm going to do it next week. I'm going to do everything together, get everything all in one group, so it's all good then. Hopefully a little drop of rain to wash the fertiliser in will be awesome, and then it can come real hot if it wants. Another year like last year. Well, I think what happened last year was I got my fertiliser on really late, like I have done this year, and it proper boosted the yield up. Where it's so late, it didn't put any more energy into growing taller. It put all of its energy where it had a shot of fertiliser, because it was already the right height, and then it just put all of its energy into massive yield. So fingers crossed again. I don't know whether that's right or not really. It might have just been the year, you know, so fingers crossed for another record-breaking yield. Well done, Mark from Smart Farmer app. He just sent me a picture of him sporting our tops. I know I've got my SJ Size of Potatoes hoodie on, but yeah, well done to Mark. So I'm going to go in now and have my, I don't know, what do you call it, lunch at 8:30 at night. Gonna have my lunch, and then tea will be served up about 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, go and have some chicken and chips now and get spraying. The damp is coming in pretty hard now, but it's nice still non-humid night, so I might have to wait a bit longer for the damp to come in. I can smell the chips. Do love a good chip. So I'll have my lunch and I'll be back at it. Cheers, guys. Tea done. Lovely, 9 o'clock at night, and I just had a big old meal. So, off we go. Wish me luck. Into the night we go. I'm going to go and spray my furthest away field that I've got to do, that's not near the road first, just so if I do scorch any, no one can see it. And wish me luck. Off we go. Into the night. Hopefully shouldn't be as late tonight. Good morning, Fenlanders. Happy Thursday. This is nearly the end of the week, and I feel like I've achieved absolutely nothing this week. But I haven't. As you can see, it's lovely outside. Nice and cold. Not that windy, which is good. There was no damp out at all last night, so I thought, well, if there's no damp out last night, there's not going to be much damp about this morning, and I was right, so I'm just going for this last field of liquid fertiliser. It's probably my most forward field, so God, everything I do seems to turn to shit at the minute, so breaking stuff, crashing stuff, destroying stuff, burning crops off, you name it, I'm doing it. Well, hopefully I'm not doing it, but let's see how we get on with this field here. I'm going to keep my boom nice and low. I'm going to go nice and steady. I'm going to try not to scorch the flag leaf on this field. Nice drop of rain tomorrow would be lovely. But there you go. Yeah, wish me luck. I went till 11:30 last night, and I just like falling asleep more and more. So I gave up. Better be come home safe and sound and fall asleep and have an accident. So here I am, and yeah, bit odd. I know I'm a bit odd. I have got my shorts on still, but I've got a bobble hat on, and in a minute I'm going to probably put the air conditioning on. So I never make much sense, and I make even less sense at the minute. So Be nice to get this done, and then I'm going to have a little rinse out. I'm going to wash my sprayer down quickly, and then I'm going to get on and get my potatoes sprayed, both at home and over Hockwald, and then I am going to get washed out again, and then I'm going to go on a sugar beet. They talk of a nice still day, 18 degrees today, so don't look very promising at the minute. Yet again, another cloudy, horrible, coldish day with no wind and no sun and no nothing. So that's great, I'm happy with that. Let's get it done. I'm going to have to do 2 fill-ups on this 50-acre field, so I can't get everything in. So black grass coming everywhere. Everywhere you look, there's black grass coming. Poxy stuff. So yeah, I'm going to have a little improvisation with these. I'm going to have to make a straw rake or something, I think, and just race over these fields maybe a couple of times. Get a good chit and a good stale seed bed and try and do it like that. Where I'm using my grains machinery toolbar, I think that may be moving too much soil around, I don't know. I don't really need to bust the compaction out too much, I don't think I do. I think if I let the soil get moist enough, I can probably get away with direct drilling across the whole farm, but I need that moisture in the soil to do it, I think. Otherwise it just won't grow. It will just look horrible. Ew. Whatever I'm doing the wrong thing, or whatever chemicals I'm using the wrong chemicals, so they don't seem to be working, even though some of it was drilled late, you know, it's still covered in black grass, so yay. I even got that desperate, I started on my cola bottles last night. So I will get this field done, and then I'll turn you back on when I'm washing down. Cheers guys. Does anybody else turn the news on in the morning and instantly want to throw the TV out the window? Just a weird little question for you all in the morning. Alright, okay, I know. Wouldn't it be great if instead of all these codes keep coming up, the controller, the message center told you what was actually wrong with the machine? That would be awesome, wouldn't it? Engine code derated, engine power derated, and just keep coming up. So, not. Been working fine for the last 18 months or 2 years or whatever it is, so yeah, no, I just turned the news on and straight away turned it over again. That's going to get annoying. I think it's because they were talking about how much they're going to help farmers out. They had a meeting the other day, and the Prime Minister invited a load of farmers and supermarkets, and they promised how they're going to do this and they're going to do that and they're going to do whatever, and they haven't actually said what they're going to do. Not as far as I'm aware. You know, this is the massive problem with the Conservatives. They just free Ferraris for everyone, and then everyone's happy, but apart from me. And then £750 million for people coming across the channel, which is delightful. Rant over, I'm out. Right, that's all the fertiliser done. Pray to the farming gods, the Clarkson goddess of farming, and hopefully we don't scorch none of the wheat. So I only had that 150-acre field to do. I've done that, it's now 9 o'clock. I can't seem to get up in the morning for love of money, so not after work until half 11 last night, and then 1 o'clock the night before. So go and get us washed out, shall we? And then we'll go and do the spuds again, and then we'll go and do the wheat again. But I've got 2 washings out in there. Is what it is. I've got to crack on it. So get me rinsed out, and then I can park the sprayer up after it's had a wash and a grease up. I have noticed they've got something wrong with it, so one of my suspension joints started falling apart, so I've got that to fix as well, which is aces. Just what I wanted. It's only the seal came out, but once the seal comes out, you know you've got a worn bush in there, so I'll just get the worn bush and get it changed. It's simple enough. Just have the wheel off, and then you just blow the airbag up a little bit, and then tap the top off. Suspension struts, 2 suspension struts with a cap across the top with an airbag in the middle. I'll show you, don't worry. You can watch. Get that done. Nothing too major. I've done it before. It just means taking the wheel off again. So, a dopey pigeon. Maybe that's my spiritual animal. Pigeon. A dopey one. I feel dopey today. Good afternoon, Fenlanders. How are you doing? See, I've got loads of problems with wheat and chickweed. Normally a load of fat hen comes out in this field, and there's normally a load of wild chrysanths as well. There they are. That's a wild chrysanth. They are an asshole if you don't get rid of them. They are just will not go through the harvester, so you have to pick every single one out. So while we're out here, let's just have a little rummage. Cool, the top of the soil is lovely and warm. You can definitely put your nuts on that. But underneath is quite cool. Just gonna have a little rummage around and see if I can find a plant sticking up. I think I got loads of time with these. Cookie did say like the end of next week will probably be about right. He's obviously dug some up, so loads of organic matter left in the soil here. There's a load of stubble, there's a load of wheat trash. There's loads of flushes of weeds in there and muck and everything, so I probably should have a glove on really. Even time you know some. Yeah, it's still really cold inside the soil. Still quite moist in there. I think if we don't get any rain next week, I'm going to start irrigating. Just to, as soon as they poke through, I'll get some moisture on them. Got to find a bloody potato now. I must have missed this one. There's one in there somewhere. I wonder what that is. Sprouting into life. Whatever it is. So I'll make sure I keep on top of the Titus as well with these. That's not a potato. Found one. Loads of time for these. Look, they haven't even started to chit yet, which is a bit odd. There must be another one around here somewhere. Oh, there's a worm. There's another one. Yeah, so they are growing. Look, don't know if you lot can see that. They're about 3 inches under the surface. I probably could have pre-emmed these next week, but I just ain't got time. I've got to wash out and do the sugar beet, so cover them little puppies back up. Yeah, you can see where it was wheat. Obviously, I wish Grumpy Grandad had gone over it twice now with the terra dish, just to mix all that up. That would have been a lot better. So, yeah, this is my day. I'll go and get washed out now in a minute. And I will get the pre-em all rinsed out of my sprayer with a bit of all clear, and we'll get onto the sugar beet. Yeah, hopefully I get a real good kill this time. I don't have to worry about it again. I will Titus these just out of matter of course, just to kill the wild chrysanths and the fat hen and stuff off. Chickweed not too bad, that'll go through the harvester, but grasses and stuff, they won't go through the harvester, so got to get them out. Nice and steady, good high water rate. I've got some quite tight nozzles on there. I've got my blue nozzles on there, but they seem to do a pretty good job. They've done a good job last year, so they've done a pretty good job on the roundup as well. That's starting to take effect. All the wild chrysanths and stuff, they just this end of the field was covered in wild chrysanths. You know, not the other end, which is a bit odd, but with a second dose of weed killer on them, herbicide on them, they'll knock them for 6. You can see where the wild chrysanths are taking the roundup in. But they're pretty hardy now, they're pretty aggressive. They don't really slow down very much, if that makes sense. So it's good to get a second dose on them and then properly wipe them out. I'll let you know when I'm on the sugar beet. I'll give you a little farm, a little crop walk when we get to the sugar beet. Cheers guys. So, I just finished washing out. I have put 500 litres of water through it and sprayed it back out on the field. That was my first wash out, and then I put 1,000 litres of all clear in with a can of all clear, and then washed that out. And then I've just put 500 litres of water in and washed that out. So 2,000 litres of water to wash the sprayer out. You can probably do it quicker and easier than that, but I read the thing and it said use a quarter of what your tank volume is, so that's what I do. And it seems to be working for me so far. Now I'm ready to go golfing. Hey, here you are. Wait, I thought you had sugar beet to spray. Well, I got to go out for a little birthday party to a driving range. I'll do that and keep Mrs. Farmer and little baby Mrs. Farmers happy, and then we're gonna go and have a steak afterwards, and then I'll come back and do some sugar beet spraying about 8 o'clock time. Get that done tonight. I was hoping to have an early night since I've been working my ass off, but that ain't happened. I've got to go and paint the bottom of our boat. Me and a friend of mine, just before lockdown actually, bought a boat together, and this is the first time it's come out of the water. So what was that, 2019? So it hadn't been out of the water for a couple of years before that. So it's had 5 years without being out of the water. So that needs a lick of paint. And he's on holiday. So me and Grumpy Grandad will go off and do that. Get that done tomorrow. First coat of paint tomorrow. And then Sunday maybe I'll go over there and give it another coat. Yeah. Get some irrigators rolling next week, I reckon, if it carries on like this. The yardstick, my yard puddle. I normally know I need to go irrigating when the puddle dries out in the yard. And also, funnily enough, as soon as that puddle dries out, I know the wheat's fit. So if we've had some rain and there's a puddle in the yard, as soon as that puddle's dried out, I know the wheat's fit. It's very peculiar how that puddle works, but the puddle seems to tell me when to go farming. So I listen to the puddle. Always pay attention to your weather stone or weather puddle. I know if there's ripples on the puddle, then it's wet. I know if it's dried out, then it's not raining. I know if it's frozen, it's cold. So I was talking to someone about this the other day about having a weather stone outside. That's some high quality H2O. Yeah, so the sprayer is all cleaned down. I've got to lube it up. I'll lube it up tomorrow after I've finished spraying the sugar beet. I'll show you my little suspension problem while I'm on the way out. I've got it dirty again. What a dick. Yeah, look, the seal's just started coming out. And when the seal comes out, you know you've got an issue. I'll show you how easy it is to change. It's pretty simple. You just take the bolts out of the top there, and the top there, top there, top of this bag, and then disconnect the bag from the airline, and then just put an airline in the bag and blow the bag up a little bit, and it tends to pop that cap off. And once you pop that cap off, you can have the rest of it apart. The rest of it's all pretty simple. Take that off, knock the bushes out, put new bushes in, reseal it. I've done it 100 times before. Not 100 times, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I'll get them ordered in the morning as well. Get them underway. Maybe I'll be here filming later, maybe I won't. In the meantime, go and buy yourself a hat or a hoodie. Really helps keep Anna here editing our videos, which is awesome. Cheers guys, I will see you later.